So, I think I'm recording. Okay, so I'm still here in Chicago. One place I was looking for was the Walt Disney house. It's right behind me right now. As many of you know, I had on the itinerary before I got hit with the thunderstorm. I had the Marceline, Missouri on my itinerary to go see where he actually, spent most of his years before he came to California for the before he started becoming who we all know him now as Walt Disney. But anyways, so the story goes, the house behind me, I guess there was him and 4 other siblings, but Elias Disney, his father, actually built this house. Now I thought it was one of those ordered houses through the Sears catalog, like if you go to I think it's the Nixon Library near where I live in Riverside. The Nixon family actually bought a house through the Sears and Roebuck catalog, and the family assembled it, and that house for the Nixon family is still standing. Looks a lot like this one. I can't confirm that how they acquired the materials, but this was built by Elias Disney. There was no property here, there was no structure here. They built this house. Whether he did it from raw materials and design or bought it through Sears, I don't know for sure. Unfortunately, like I said, I didn't get to go to Marceline. I'll say that for another time. The KLR is heating up a lot, driving in and out of the small areas of Chicago. So I'm going to take a break here. But this was one of the things I wanted to see in Chicago. And the downtown area is really crazy. It's not conducive sightseeing stuff. I would love to have done a little short film at the beginning and end sign, but that's not going to happen. Let me come up closer and I'll read to you what this says. So it says the Walt Disney Birthplace Restoration Project. It has the architect's name, the developer's name, the designer. Expected date of completion December 5, 2016. So apparently, according to the date, it already is completed. I think I've seen some pictures of the house on the internet. So obviously after the Disney family moved out, it probably changed hands a number of times. And I think it tried to get on the registry as a landmark to a degree, either a local, state landmark, but that didn't go through. And as I understand it, that this was bought by private funds, and people are doing this out of the goodness of their own heart. It says the future home of the Center for Early Childhood Creativity and Innovation. How appropriate, how applicable to what it wants to be used for now, to who came from this house. I find that very interesting. There's a couple of flags, I'm not sure. The Disney Birthplace is not affiliated, associated, authorized, endorsed, or in any way officially connected to the Walt Disney Company, Disney Enterprise Incorporated, or any of its subsidiaries or its affiliates. Reference to the Walt Disney and their trademarks is used purely for historical references and information purposes only. So this, like I said, this is coming from a different entity, not what is today the Disney Corporation. So there's a painter's rendition here, and other than over here that it shows, the painter's rendition is wrought iron with brick pillars on either end, historical landmark. What it looks like ended up happening, it still looks very beautiful. I love the American flag out there, very Americana, and they went with the white picket fence. Let me cruise around the corner real quick, and let's see how it looks from here. It's getting warm out here in Chicago, so this is what it looks like down the street. So the property runs a pretty good sizable house. You can see from the side of it right there, pretty good sizable house. I'm not sure if anybody's in there right now. Looks like there's a bunch of red and blue ribbons tied to this tree. I'm not sure what the significance of that is, but I'd imagine if any of you have further interest, you want to go down the rabbit hole like I do, you can research this on the internet, see if it's actually functioning today. It's Sunday, so maybe it is in full ramp up, but it's Sunday, so maybe nobody's here. I'm just going to show you the KLR real quick. So this is the KLR. That's what my motorcycle looks like without all the garbage on it. See, it looks naked, doesn't it? Nothing's on there. I left everything at the hotel room. The hotel I have for tonight, I booked it 2 nights in a row, so I can come out here and do this stuff, and then I'll go back and I'll gear up. So everything's at the hotel. It's the only hotel I have on my trip where I have 2 days in a row. It's about an hour, 20-minute drive back in the direction I came from. So I woke up this morning, got on the bike, drove out here for an hour and a half, followed Route 66 to a point, and then I jumped off, went to Lou Mitchell's, had a great breakfast there, met a couple of people, went to the end sign and beginning sign, took Route 66 back out until I had reroute here. So now what I got to do is backtrack to Route 66, and I'm going to go back to the hotel. I'm going to revisit the Gemini Giant and maybe a couple of other places before I get back to the hotel, but still early in the day, and I think I'm going to reward myself and just go back, take a shower, and crash, maybe get a bite to eat. Okay, so there you go. There's the Walt Disney. It says birthplace. So I don't know if he was born inside there or he was born in a local hospital and he came here, but whenever he was born, day one, this is where he lived until they moved to Marceline. All right, YouTube, thanks for following along with me and on the Adventure Vin travels and all the new people that I met along the way. Hope you're enjoying these videos. I'm gonna try to make some funny ones coming up. Oh, I guess I just made one with the weight loss program. Anyways, like, subscribe. Don't forget to get out there and ride. And life is an adventure, so make your journey a good one.